where we don't just walk towards the future, but we make amends for the wrongs of the past. And it is in that spirit that the state of Mississippi has decided to award those that are direct descendants of slavery and racial injustice in this state their due reparation.
Granddaddy was a farmer with skin as dark as night. He picked the cotton. My granny was a teacher with European features. Skin was lighter, and they had worry for their portion. They had no money for the toilet. I got one hand on the cross in the Bible. Devil comes like a thief when you're idle. Take the land, take the man and the title. Reparations. I ain't talking about no dollar. Reparations. And my people want their power. Reparations. When I'm gone, don't give me flowers. Reparations. When you know what's yours is ours. My people want no favors. Ain't asking for no handouts from my neighbors. Don't need no conversation, just proper compensation for our labors. Yeah. 'Cause I got one hand on the cross in the Bible. Devil comes like a thief when you're idle. Took the land, took the man and the title. Reparations. Ain't talking about no dollar. Reparations. Yeah, my people want their power. Reparations. When I'm gone, don't give me flowers. Reparations. When you know what's yours is ours. Reparations. Oh, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair. Reparations. Oh, it's just fair, it's just fair, it's just fair, it's just fair. Reparations. Oh, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair. Reparations. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair, it's fair.
Yes, exactly. I need my reparations for being a poor and dirty black person. That's what isn't that what they call us literally? I need my reparation for my ancestors fighting so hard. I need my reparations for being kept oppressed. I need my reparations for my land. I need reparations for everything that belongs to me as an African person. But good afternoon. It's exactly 27 minutes past 8 p.m. Karibuni Sana once again on another yet beautiful conversation right here on the Black Hot Fire Network. This is the media of the 21st century, the only one and only true media. So kindly, if it is your first time, Karibu Sana, subscribe. If you are on Rumble Beach, hit that follow subscription button and of course that like button as well. Leave your comment. If you're getting educated, if you understand the conversations we're talking about, if you disagree, we take critics because you're also very critical, but not critical without facts. But anyway, Karibuni, my name is Joby one more time. I see K. Williams in the building. He demands his reparation for literally being on a black job, you know. But Karibu Sana, hope you're doing amazing. K. Williams, good afternoon, good evening from my end. Says free job, you cannot stay for long. But of course, thank you so much for tuning in, for catching up with a little bit of time you can get. Shout out to Jason. Hope your weekend was amazing. Karibuni Sana. Shout out to the Welfare King as well. Hope you're doing great. Hope your weekend was fantastic. And hope you're ready for today's conversation. Kids shall be joining us just in a few. But before we get there, I have, or rather today's conversation, we shall be talking about the lockdown they of course they expected lockdown, because if you look at people like Bill Gates, they have come very clear talking about how we should expect another pandemic. So I have videos aligned talking about that, and literally looking at how they want to force people to shift to digital IDs and what we should expect, because we've talked about this in so many conversations, looking at the 15-minute cities, looking at full control of literally the whole humanity, which is what they want, control of the people and humanity in every bit and every single way. So we'll be talking about that. But before we get into that, I have another conversation we shall be starting with as we identify about our reparations. What really happened? Because why do we need reparations? It's another question we need to ask, of course. A very common normal answer, very much known, but there are people who don't know. Shatu, we love referring to Simba because Africans back here, there's a lot of assumption about the Black American history, lifestyle, and all that. The same goes back here to the continent. Most of the people don't know we also went through slavery. What the map of Africa looks like, literally. A lot of history is so misplaced, misinformed. I was talking about earlier today on my show how I feel like we're so divided, not only just tribalistically, but through the system of education, because it keeps us divided as African by not understanding why both of us relate, why we need to relate. If maybe you face the same problems I do without putting assumptions into it and having facts and knowledge. So that is one of the ways, or I'd say one of the biggest weapons they have also used against us as Black people, African people, globally, to keep us divided. So yes, karibuni sana once again to the Africa Today Show. But before we get into the conversation, a quick reminder, as always, kindly rush to the Google Play Store, download our app. Through the app, you can get yourself amazing supplements. We have merchandise. This week we have a charity event coming this Saturday. We shall be going as Blackout Fan Network, the radio, and our Blackout Fan Network, Black Kings and Queens, for the Black Kings and Queens Barbershop. That is the Blackout Fan Network Barbershop, literally. So this Saturday we have a charity coming up. So whatever you can contribute through our application, we'd much appreciate you. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, half a dollar, anything, we'd literally appreciate so long
You poor bastards. I'm gonna put cases on all you bitches.
as yeah,
I put cases
that's how
on
we
all you bitches if you don't give some donations. We're trying to
yeah.
help children eat, get haircuts, sanitary napkins, and that's this Saturday. 300 kids. Big Joe be gonna be here with a pretty ass out there feeding the kids. They can be smacking in the head. Saying thank you, Miss Lady.
I'll,
looking all disheveled and shit.
I'll be cooking. I'll be cooking.
Yeah,
I'd love to
hey,
tell
cooking
her.
a good golly. Yeah, they told when they're cooking, you know. All we asking that you goopy niggas just give 5, 10, $20. That's all. We're not, you know, we're begging. I'm gonna do my Dr. Umar for you bastards. Cash App family, Cash App. I know I'm gonna get
Yeah,
some Cash Apps. I know I'm gonna get some Cash Apps. Cash App family. I know I'm gonna get some
kindly
Cash Apps.
help us get other Black children their
The-
reparations. Kindly.
Dr. Umar doesn't do the kindly. He doesn't say kindly. Like family. What's up with the Cash App? What's up with the Cash App family? Where's the Cash App? I don't see no Cash App yet, family. I know somebody's gonna give me some Cash App.
Wow. Thank you. We can release once again, like I was saying, download the app. Because through the app, we have amazing features apart from just the organic supplements, the merchandise. Through the app, that's where you can donate in case you're not able to.
Let
If you
me
don't
say
have
thank you. Let me say thank you to Joby. Thank you, Joby.
for what?
For changing that lipstick. That lipstick you had on earlier was disturbing me.
Oh no, it's just because I didn't have my makeup on. That's the difference.
No.
Mm.
Her makeup was too red.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to make up
See,
that lipstick.
see how Kid is so distractive. I'm doing something so important, but it's so minded about my lipstick. Like Kid, come on, think about
when
children.
you,
My
I
lipstick.
know, I know we helping the kids, but this morning, I like that red lipstick too, that lipstick's too bright, Joe. But give me There you go. Go back to your main lipstick. There we go. That's better. That
I
looks better
barely
with your face.
today I wore lipstick. I barely wear lipstick. But anyway,
I
yes,
know. I know. That's what I said. That's why I was disturbing my brain, Terry Busana.
yes, so we're gonna get just straight to the conversation. But before I get into that, one of the features you can get on the Black Hot Fire Network, apart from donating, like I was saying, if you don't have Cash App, that is, you can use Cash App, that is the dollar sign, Mr. Black Hot Fire, and instead you can go to the application and on the donation page, put whatever you'd like, whatever amount we really, really appreciate you. But for now, so for your
Like I
health and
said, exactly. We have a charity coming up, 5, 10, 20. Ain't a little bit with help. We gotta feed a lot of little bastards. They gotta eat some food. There's like 300 of them. They're gonna get free haircuts and sanitary napkins. And if you don't like to do it, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. I'm king. I'm the police. I'm King Kong in this piece.
period. As they do
Or
that, if it's
we didn't get to see Hateful Eight last week, so I want to say, hey, could you tell this nigga I don't speak to niggas?
Discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
yes, for only $23.90. In case you have any questions before or after, email us at kcnews15@gmail.com. Karibuni sana once
What's going on,
again.
Byron? What's going on, Danny? What's going on, Welfare King? How you doing, brother? What's going on, K Williams? What's going on, Jason? K must be off today, boy.
He said that
Oh,
he doesn't
oh,
have.
lunch break. Oh, it's your lunch break. Yeah, you gotta get back to your black job. It's okay, K. We all got them.
Mhm. But anyway, yeah, before we get into the main conversation, like I said, today we shall be talking about the coming pandemic, going back to Bill Gates' words, who said we should expect, of course, another pandemic. And of course, looking at most of the conversations we've been having, there's been a push of digital ID. I think we discussed that last week. But going deeper in it, literally, we have more reveals on how they want to fully take control and put people um, forced to do things without having an option of saying yes or no. So I'll be sharing a video talking about that, and another one explaining also how the banks are also collapsing completely. Literally, America is completely collapsing and everything.
True.
So to that, so I want to share this video talking about Africa, and I started with a song talking about reparations. So I was talking about also how
Well, you
all
know they
of
were
this.
gonna try to lock us down again. We're not going for that. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Cuba line. I'm gonna go back to Africa. I'm gonna try to get to Africa. My plans a little bit gone back. I'm trying to get there within 3 years. Hopefully, everything don't fall apart. The country is. I'm giving. People saying it's gonna collapse even faster than that because if you guys see, the dollars went down. Everybody's saying it's gonna be within the next year. I needed to last at least 3 years. You know how many people leaving America, guys? People getting out, jumping out of here. Black people
So
going
many.
down to Panama. They're moving down in the thousands. So if you can afford it, like I said, most of us, sadly enough, we got black jobs. We don't have the money. Luckily, I do. But I want to make sure everything's set up. So if I do leave, so if I need to bring other people as well, they can jump on board. Have housing and other things available for other people. That takes time and money. I'm only one man, so um, I was hoping in 2 years, but I think in three. 'Cause I lost I lost the more to going to get his goddamn education in Azerbaijan for a year. So I'm gonna have to put a bunch of stuff I'm gonna have to put on hold that I was gonna do. And I gotta stress Joby out for some other stuff. So it just I'm hoping 3 years. That's my goal. And 3 years is not a long time because you guys know they gave us back when our old YouTube channel. I seen Joby from the beginning. I was like, wow, that's 5 years ago, 4 years. That's crazy. 4 years ago, that's almost 5 years ago. That's crazy. So, like I said, we know we got an imminent collapse because America doesn't have a real economy anymore. It's a Ponzi scheme with the fake money, the fake dollars. We don't build anything. We don't manufacture like Africa. But people know Africa don't work. Why they poor? We've been living off fake, all fake stuff. We're just as bad as Africa, but America's been living off a lot of fake shit because we get to print the money. Africa don't get to print no money, right? We're printing this fake money and people have been accepting it. Now people are no longer saying they're going to keep on accepting this fake money from us, okay? And that's why they're trying to go back in Africa and lock down the gold, the real resources. There's going to be a lot of killing in Africa. They got to go lock this gold down and get this real wealth because they know there's a collapse coming. I've been saying this forever. I know. I keep been saying this forever. What day? I know. I said it's a mathematical certainty. Okay? I'm going to send this video to Joby since Joby's talking about this.
Okay.
Go ahead, Joby.
Let me start with this one then. I think I'll wind up with the African one later since you've jumped into the conversation straight.
Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdsson of World Alternative Media here, and we're joined once again by Mark Gonzalez over at First National Bullion, and this is an incredibly important video, by the way, my friends, because we are witnessing something historic. Bank accounts are being closed across the board in the face of a banking crisis. In the introduction of these digital IDs, Vietnam has shut 86 million bank accounts amid biometric rules. We're seeing UK bills that are mandating digital IDs. We're also seeing them push it for children. We're seeing it brought out across the board. They have a global digital ID that's being tested that will be showcased to policymakers next week. Almost every country in the world is doing this. We've done videos on this before. I urge people to actually check out my video on the mandatory digital ID launch and what that means for everyone. But nonetheless, how does this affect you and your bank account? This is a big one because we're seeing this in the face of major warnings about a global debt from the IMF saying that in the next couple of years, it'll be completely unsustainable and a complete collapse will occur. As we're seeing gold hit $4,000 an ounce, and we're seeing a lot of pullback and bouncing back and forth here with gold, but historic news on gold. A lot of people are pointing out the obvious that the soaring gold prices could be a warning sign to the economy when we are seeing a wave of inflation that is absolutely historic. Many are saying that gold prices could reach $6,000 to $9,000 an ounce, and even more so, some at Fortune magazine are saying that we could see a $10,000 per ounce gold in just 3 years, though I think it could be a lot more in the face of a major financial crisis. But in the face of a major financial crisis, do you want to be stuck in banks that are collapsing, that don't actually have your wealth insured properly through the FDIC as they claim? Do you want to be in a system? I don't think we need to get these solutions out there and not take our time on first wake and palladium system and let them. Now, let's get into this. So, a lot of people are saying that this bank account shut down, 86 million bank accounts in Vietnam shut down. Oh, it's not going to happen here. Well, and a lot of people are also pointing out, some of those accounts were unused and some of them were fraudulent. What do they claim as fraudulent? Anyone that doesn't sign up for the biometric rules. So they can basically pigeonhole you with that and Shanghai you with your bank account, my friends. This is incredibly dangerous going forward.
Pause it for a second, Joey. Pause it for a second. I want to give a shout out to Tamika Cameron for sending the donation, and I want to say also thank you to Lakeisha Gaden. I haven't seen you in a little bit, Lakeisha. I want to say thank you very much. The kids will appreciate it. I want to embarrass you guys how much you guys sent because we appreciate it. Every bit helps. Wow. Okay, that came in quick. Shit.
Thank you so much.
And we know they're debanking people. We know they're bringing in rules in places like Canada where they say if you say the wrong thing online, you could be banned from accessing the internet. They are bringing in digital IDs across the board, and banks are failing. Mark, in the face of this, inflation, bank failures, lack of insurance on these major banks, and of course, these bank closures, not to mention digital IDs and biometrics, what are we facing here, and why should people be concerned?
Oh, boy. Well, first of all, it's good to see you. It's been a while. Where to start? I mean, there's so much to unpack. It's been a while since we've done a video, but why should you be concerned is because everything that not only Josh and I have been discussing and talking about for this channel for years now is not only is this coming to fruition, but you're seeing it start to accelerate. So let's start at 86 million bank accounts. All right. Of course, the U.S. is not going to come out immediately and start shutting bank accounts because they're mandatory in some sort of digital ID. We are the empire. We're going to be one of the last to fall. So what you see happening is you see the implementation of certain test markets to see how this is going to roll out. And a lot of people that heard about it in the U.S., and I know a lot of people in the U.S. that have not still heard about this, you may be thinking, look, okay, well, it's not going to happen to us. It's always someone else's problem until it's your problem. So Vietnam has 200 million bank accounts, and they closed 86 million of them just simply because people didn't want to get biometrics. Now, it scares the shit out of me because the cubic ID here in Mexico, as you know, is supposed to go off in February. President says they're not going to do it. Well, we'll see. Well,
and also there's Real ID in the U.S. Tied in with the Genius Act. So, of course, Americans are facing a very imminent move towards that. While it won't be mandated immediately, look at the UK. They've already mandated actual digital IDs, things that I was called a conspiracy theorist and a crazy person.
Chat to John Mosquito. Let us know if you have a digital ID already.
Just a few years ago for saying they would do. So, I mean, it is actually moving fast. Like the clock is hitting midnight soon.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely moving fast. It's just not something that's so in your face.
Yeah.
Right. So you draw this little complacency. And then in regard to the digital ID in UK, that information coming out, they already have this. We've been saying it for a while. They already have a framework in place. They're just now starting to tell you about it. And if you read that article, you read it, as we know, it's not mandatory, but many applications will not be accessible without the new program.
Hold on, Joby.
That's fine.
Pause it for a second. Appreciate you, Brian, for your donation, brother. We appreciate it. We got it. I appreciate it. Jibba Jabba, you must have sent yours through the donation. You must not sent yours Cash App. You must let me go check the website. Appreciate you, Byron. We appreciate you, brother. I'm telling you, I'm put cases on all you bitches. I'm waiting for your donations.
You don't have to get some sort of medical treatment.
Appreciate that.
It's your choice if you do or not. You just won't keep your job.
This is the thing that drives me the most crazy, Mark, is that this idea when people say it's not mandatory, you don't have to have it. It's just if you don't have it, you can't be seen at the hospital. You can't access your bank account. You can't but those are private businesses. This isn't unconstitutional. I mean, the complacency and the amount of people that will go out and try to make excuses for this is just, it's insane because, yeah, it's not mandatory per se. You just can't access anything in your own life without having it. It's like going to a bunch of places that say you can only have a credit card, and then you went bankrupt once and you can't own a credit card, and now you're screwed for getting groceries. I mean, this is a horrible situation for people to be in, especially in the middle of a financial crisis.
Well, it's terrifying because what you're starting to see is that margin event that I've been talking about. Right. I mean, you had some serious liquidity issues last week, and not to mention that just before that, 2 weeks ago, Tricor, which is one of the largest subprime lenders, I mean, you're talking just billions and billions and billions of dollars. They just went out of business. And then we find out that, guess what? They had some off-balance sheet trades and they have some shadow banking. We don't even know how big this is going to be, but that margin event has already kind of happened. So, all right, let's get on to gold. Gold crossed 4,000. Go back and look at the videos. I told you at the beginning of last month that I believed by the end of the month, based on the trajectory of where gold was going, the demand for it, and things that I saw happening to the economy, gold was going to break 4,000 this month. I was off by about 5 days. Guess what? By the end of the year, I think gold's going to be almost 6,000. And it's not because that gold's the greatest thing. It's the money. It's the actual money, and everything else is just the accounting measure of it. So the dollar's getting weaker, gold's getting stronger. A lot of people are talking for ties on gold of $6,000, $9,000, maybe even $10,000. Hey, yeah, that's low end, people. I've done the math. Gold has to cover 40% of the monetary default.
Sadly, Africa is the target.
All right, Dan. Sorry, Joe. I want to say shout out to you, Dan. I seen you. I see your donation, brother. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, Dan. Kids, feeding the children. That's what's up. I'm still putting cases on the rest of you bitches. Let's get to going.
Thank
I'm doing. I'm Dr. Umar here. Cash App family. Let's get the Cash App. Cash App family. Go ahead, Joe.
Yes, so I'm saying Africa is the one to Africa is the target right here. So just like what Keith has mentioned at the beginning of the show, a lot of people are gonna die because sadly, looking at our continent, people are more in many countries, like the most
They don't know what's
rich
going on.
countries in terms of gold, like Congo, Sudan. These
Yeah.
are the countries being targeted
All right. It's Sudan. Kenya's got to go. You guys just don't know it. That's why you
Yeah,
got them there. You got them, all them wildlife. A lot of guys know. You guys got them wildlife parks. That's where the minerals at.
yeah.
That's why you can't go.
We know because we've been discussing about the Savo National Park being mined, where they built an airstrip, just a single airstrip for what? What is an airstrip doing in the middle of a of a wildlife whole thing?
Exactly, Joe. Exactly. What's an airstrip? What is an airport during the middle of a wildlife park?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
Yeah, so Africa is the target on this as the gold, which is what they're gonna run for because you've seen as much as you're talking about the black Americans moving to Africa, so are white people. They are
Of course. Oh yes, Joey. White people are moving to Africa in droves. Oh yes. Yeah, let's not forget that. You guys, so yeah, white people are coming to Africa, guys. That's the you got a whole channel with this guy, this white guy is talking about going to Botswana. You got a whole channel about white names Botswana specifically. He said Kenya, Botswana, but mostly Botswana. He said these are gonna be your plans because America's gonna collapse. You need a backup plan, white people. We need to. He said we need to flood back into Africa. Yeah, yeah, because they're not gonna let even when they go poor, they go the goofy Africans. Oh, white people back, yay! And while they still white people still being poor, we flooded with white people. Still know all they go. but go ahead.
Alter monetary base. This is historically accurate, and have a conversation with me. Fill out the link below. We'll talk. I'll walk you through it. This goes back all the way to the Roman and Athens Greek Empire. So if you take not only the monetary base of largest number of M2, you take treasury debt and you take unfunded liabilities, you take our gold ounces. Where does our gold ounces, you measure by the US because we're the dominant yield, where do our ounces need to be to resolve 40% of our debt? And that's $157,000. Silver traditionally trades at a 15-to-1. That would put silver at 10,000. It's hard for me to say silver is going to hit 10,000, but whoa, we closed above 50, only by a penny. Yeah. But it does not matter. Now, I expect everything to be thrown at this to try to keep this price from rising as fast as it has been. So, example, silver, Friday, 130% of mining production was thrown at it in paper contracts, $1.1 billion to try to keep this market down. That's a whole lot of silver. And guess what? It did. It brought it down $2, but we closed at $50.01, everybody. And now gold's back above $40,000. And you now have with Stephen Mullen, he was in front of the congressional meeting, and he was talking about now essentially behind the scenes, the third mandate. So you have the unemployment, you have the interest rates, but now you have long-term interest rates. And I was saying a while ago that you're going to probably have a yield curve control go into effect sometime soon. I'm thinking it's probably going to be first quarter. What yield for control is if the Fed says that the rates are going to be 2%, but there's not enough domestic or foreign demand to pick up the slack to keep 2%, the Fed's going to come in and do it on themselves. And it's not going to be through standard market operations where a bank is going to buy the treasury, season them on the Fed balance sheet, swap them over to them about 3-6 major. No, they're going to go directly to the treasury and buy. That's what Zimbabwe did. Okay, so we're becoming a banana public. We're doing short-term 4-week payday loans to try to keep the lights on. We're seeing around the globe digital IDs, the ramifications of not complying with the digital ID, and we're having everything but the...
Yeah, so just pausing on what he's saying about complying. So we have this guy who's talking about their expectations on how everything should work out and how things are going to be, how they want to fully take control of humanity.
Securing schools, we think we can absolutely lock down schools so that dramatically reduce the case of anyone being on campus that doesn't belong on campus, and immediately alert. Second, someone pulls out a gun, immediately alert. Use AI cameras to immediately recognize that. But we keep everyone off campus that doesn't belong on campus. The police, another thing, body cameras. We completely redesigned body cameras. Our body cameras cost $70. Normal body camera costs, I don't know, $7,000. Our body cameras are simply lenses, two lenses attached to your vest, attached to the smartphone that you're wearing. And we actually take the video that the police officer is, by the way, and the camera's always on. You don't turn it on and off. And by the way you turn it on, you can't turn it on. I'm going to the bathroom. Oracle, I need 2 minutes to take a bathroom break, and we'll turn it off. The truth is, we don't really turn it off. What we do is we record it so no one can see it, but no one can get into that recording without a court order. So you get the privacy you requested, but
There's no privacy. Literally, it's complete monetization of everything you're doing, if I'm getting correctly what he's trying to say, because it's all connected to the other previous video. Literally full control. We know they already have control of all the social medias devices and all that, so there's no privacy at all.
court order, you get a court order, we will, judge, can order, I want to look at that, this so-called bathroom break. If there's something comes up, and plus, I'm going to lunch with my friends. Oracle, I need an hour for privacy with lunch with my friends. God bless. We won't listen in unless there's a court order. But it's interesting. But we transmit the video back to headquarters. So headquarters and AI is constantly monitoring the video. Remember this terrible case in Memphis where the 5 police officers basically beat to death another citizen in Memphis? Well, that can't happen because it would be on TV at headquarters. Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on.
Which is a lie. Which is a lie, but yeah, which is a very big lie. So literally just going back to this, we have to be very, very careful. I don't know how I can say we need to be careful because they're trying to force this on everyone. But in Kenya, this happened in 2020. Like I said, we had already faced this in 2020. They tried this, and then there was a system error, something like that. Then all the documents, but still they've gotten so much data from people. Like people had given so much data to them. The same thing we saw with the how was it called? This thing that it was the wild coin, the where people were scanning their eye and getting
Yeah.
and that is one of the ways literally they are collecting data and how they can fully take control of also you because you willingly did it. No one forced you. You
I'm sorry,
willingly
Jimmy. Go ahead.
you willingly
Go ahead, Jim.
say you wanted 7,000 and you gave us your eye. So your eye for 7,000. You said you're okay with that. So I feel like that's one of the ways they're trying to trap people and you won't be able to escape. It's all about the biometrics, okay? Like which they already have. So I don't know how people are gonna protect themselves because the system is really, really messed up. If only we had a different system to switch up to, I'd say we need to switch up to this other one. But we're all under the same political system, which is again full of this BS of all their global agenda, which are not all about humanity, never been about humanity. So I don't know what to say. I don't know which advice I can give you on that, but I'm just keeping you guys informed. But I bet when the time comes, when we get there, maybe also with the rest of the people globally. Maybe our voices, our actions might save us, but knowledgeable or being educated about it is very, very important. So you can
Well, you
prepare
get
and
yeah. Well, you got to know what's going on.
yeah, don't be caught off guard. But let me go through a few comments right here. I see you have a video you want to share with me. You've shared actually a couple of videos.
A couple of them. Yeah, I'm looking. What I'm really looking for. So we go. We
Yeah, so
got. We got. We go.
I'm gonna cue it, then we switch to that conversation as I shared the other video. But I see Welfare King, Karibu Sana once again. Ali was saying that with this lockdown coming again, I don't see Keith and he's too
Going. Go.
too
Escape it to keep it on. I don't. We. Hey. Hey. This is welfare king. We gotta deny them to allow us to lock us down again. We gotta deny that. We say no way. I know we got a lot of bumpkin heads and morons. Everybody's gonna be scared because we got a lot of idiots. That COVID shit was, I mean, that's how I've had everybody scared. They had plastic all in their car. When I was taking Uber, there's plastic across the thing, and everybody walking around with masks. So yes, we got a world full of morons. So don't think propaganda works. They own all the media. They gonna push fear, fear, fear. So we want to just try to fight it because they own all the media.
yep.
Now they got TikTok, so they're gonna push the fear. But I'm hoping that enough people learn through this vid nonsense not to be afraid. But hate to say that they didn't dumb down the world. Most people are just idiots. And they're gonna believe whatever narrative comes on the TV, the radio, all social media, because when that's happening, they're gonna shut down all social media. That's why I told you guys, make sure you go to blackoutfirenetwork.com, sub to our website, right? Or on your phone, go to Google Play Store and download that app because we're gonna be live. We own our media, even though we on YouTube and we own our media, right? So when it gets bad, if we're gonna get kicked off these platforms again, make sure, as I'm telling you, if you have a stream, any kind of streaming smart TV, we're there. We're on Roku, we're on Apple, we're on Amazon, and we're on let's see. I mean Android, Apple, Amazon, and Roku. Go to that app store in there, just type in Blackout Fire Network and download our app, and you'll see we're live everywhere. And we're everywhere on the internet. You can just type Blackout Fire Network on the internet. And almost every radio station online, we're on there. Almost every platform, every radio station, we're on there. So when we get cut off the social media, they can't shut us up. We everywhere. We are ubiquitous. I made sure about that. Blackout Fire Network is ubiquitous. So when we get cut off YouTube and TikTok, we're ubiquitous on the internet, period. We're ubiquitous. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, so as I'm trying to show you, we are everywhere. So all these are the links of where you can find us and more and more and more of those next pages. But anyway, I see also the Welfare King says we will never in a million years get reparations,
Reparations.
which the
They're not.
NBA
Exactly. Exactly. They will tell you that we're broke. I told you we're broke. People can be, oh, yeah, get rid. America's Ponzi scheme is coming to an end. America is broke. They're not giving you any reparations. But good luck with that. But see, but those are your fake Tariq Nasheeds and Jason. These are the agent handkerchief head Negroes causing division amongst us, and these are the ones put there to have you keep chasing a fake dream. They have never put together any reparations platform. They have not put together any kind of reparations task force to go get it for us. It is on the internet talking crazy. Not even talking about how real power moves. Go ahead, Joby.
Yeah, I don't feel like you have to wait for you to be given uh, to you you have to take it. Like what we keep on talking about, power is not given, it's taken. So these people took completely everything away from black people. So when will we stand back and take it back? You know, I'm not saying in America, maybe back in the motherland, but we can't just say we can't get. I don't believe we can't get. You can't get what
Yeah, you get it
truly.
back. Yeah, you get it back, Joe. We gotta fight for it. You can't
Yeah.
not fight. They're not gonna just say, here, black people, get your shit back that we stole from you. That
No,
ain't
not
gonna happen.
going with the slogans of their empty promises. Of course, we've seen that
Yeah.
a couple of times, you know, trying to soothe black people's soul, you know, to make them feel some type of way, especially when something happens and they're called out. So, no, that is not what you're going to fall for. But shout out to Byron Scott as well in the building. Thank you for the donations. We appreciate you. We're not putting a case on you. Jason Karibu,
I know. I'm glad. I'm glad. I appreciate you, Byron. I wanted to put a case on your ass by not donating. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Go
period.
ahead.
Jason says, I don't have no problems living, but it hurts because our ancestors built this goddamn country. Exactly. That's what I'm trying
Of
to say.
course.
You don't have to live, but if you are gonna stay, you have to fight for it, you know, because it's not gonna be given to you. You have to go for it. Well, I also see Danny says, let Trump stay the president for the remainder of his term. That way we can build up in Africa and I can leave. I'm not looking back. That's what's up. Byron also says they will collapse an entire global economy, not just here in the United States. That's true. It's
Of
happening.
course, of course. Because look, when America falls down, America is the global economy because America's got the fake money. Remember, America, the dollar is the global reserve currency. So when America does go down, everybody's going to go down with it. You know, the cats with the hats made sure they the ones create this fake phony money. So when the money does, everybody's trying to get out the dollar. They know it's about to, everybody's trying to get away from the dollar. That's why you see, remember the bond market, guys. The bond market is when people buy U.S. debt, right, and prop up our economy and our country. Nobody wants to buy the bonds because they know America is a failing empire that's going to collapse. They can't get nobody to buy these bonds because nobody believes in America and this dollar no more. So you're at the end of an empire. They can't sell the bonds. Nobody wants these bonds. Nobody wants to carry on American debt. They're like, no, thank you. We don't want it. So that's why America's going around still trying to force all these wars to make sure that Arab countries, these other countries, put their resources on the dollar. You know, all the resources in the world are what? You got to trade it in the U.S. dollar. No one can sell oil and other high-priced resources without dollars. So that means everybody's got to keep the dollar to be able to buy resources for the countries to function. So everybody's trying to break away from the dollar, right? So you break away from the dollar, it might be war, it might be this. They can't stop this. It's a Ponzi scheme. America is a Ponzi scheme. It's a scam. It's a scam, guys. What it is, it's a big scam. It's fake.
It's a shit show.
It's almost, I don't know about all that. Nobody's always got to throw that in there because Trump called other African countries shit. I'm just saying, it's a Ponzi scheme, guys, because they print dollars from nothing. There's no value. There's no intrinsic value. It's a scam. So now they got to go back and get this gold out of Africa. And when every economy collapses, the parasite rich, where they go? They go to seize the real assets. You had white people living off crazy nonsense. Bitcoin. What the fuck is a Bitcoin? So I get to make some more fake currency and tell you what it's worth. Then Joby put up that Yakashuma Yakatoba guy, right? And you believe that nonsense that he created that, you are out of your mind. So they make up another fake currency that they're gonna try to replace the dollar with, and then lock you down with all this digital currency and make you have digital ID. So they can lock it down and make sure you never get out of this. They get to stay rich, you stay poor as serfs. That's the scam. So look at everybody down digital. So you got this fake money. They get to control all the fake money. They say it's this value again, right? Because they know that when the dollar collapses, they need to stay rich. all these billionaires are all fake. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, that's fake paper. Value on what? The stock market. That's white people fake shit. It's not real. But the rest of the world said, okay, this is worth that. It's not. It's fake. These are fake billionaires and fake millionaires. So that's why they're trying to run around buy up as many assets as possible right now. We got buying farmland and other things because they know when this dollar collapses, they need real wealth. All these fake billionaires. Mansa Musa in Africa, the richest man in the world, was a real billionaire because he had real gold, real diamonds, real silver. These people got fake money evaluated by the fake stock market, right? They say Elon Musk was worth $500 billion. According to what? Because it's a fake evaluation given to him by what? His stock in the stock market. Tesla, which nobody buys. That SpaceX, which always blows up, ain't done shit. So it's fake evaluation, guys. It's fake. So all these white people right here are fake billionaires. It's all fake. It's based on fake evaluation. The real wealth is in the ground in fucking Africa. Or wherever they got gold, oil, gas, cobalt, coltan. So when this fake dollar collapsed, he that holds the gold, that's why I told you. I had Joby look up last week. Remember, guys? I had Joby look up the price of gold. The price of gold is now 4,000. I want you guys to understand what that means. Now, because they always suppress gold. Because when you suppress gold, you get to prop up your fake dollar. Now the dollar is so bad they can't keep gold suppressed. And if you go look at the beginning, the gold was, I'm going to have Joby look this up. The ratio of gold to dollars right now is $4,000, right? $4,000. Price of an ounce of gold is $4,000. I'm gonna ask Joby go back. Price of gold as to the price of $1 in 1973. I think the price of gold was only $200 an ounce, $230 or something like that. Here's what I'm saying. So what was the price of an ounce of gold back in 1973? That's how you know the dollar power, the buying power of the dollar was much higher. And now it's completely evaporated because that's why gold is now worth 4,000. Because the dollar is on its way out. I'm just hoping it can stay 3 more years so I can do what I got to do. I'm trying not to be butt naked on the corner asking people, hey, you want me to do something strange for a little change?
The price of gold in 1973 was $42.
Damn!
Yeah.
It was $42. Jesus, that means the fake dollar was worth a lot of money. It was only worth $42. I want you to understand how the dollar.
42,
huh?
not $142, $42, not one.
I'm saying $42. So
okay.
I want you to understand because the gold price is based on the dollar price. I want you to see how much the dollar has declined. At that time, gold, 1 ounce of gold was $42. Today it's worth $4,000. That means your dollar's almost what this fake scam that they put up, it's coming to its end. That's what this means, guys. It's almost in. It means the emperor has no clothes. This fake Ponzi scheme that they created, it's almost a wrap. Gold is now over $4,000 an ounce. Back then it was $72. I mean $42. That means the dollar's virtually worthless. This is what happens when you got a collapsing economy, a collapsing empire, and it can't be saved because we don't make shit. We're virtually Africa, but we're Africa. Okay, imagine Africa. Okay, Africa is the ugly white. America is the pretty white. It's the same value, just that we're the prettier Africa. We don't make shit. We don't make nothing. We don't manufacture nothing. So we got no way to give the dollar any value at all. We don't make anything. At least if we can say, okay, we don't back it by gold, we at least say, okay, we got manufacturing here. That's the profit of our dollar because we make things. We don't make shit. China makes it all. We don't make nothing. So our dollar has no intrinsic value. And that's what's happening. You know, and I'm just hoping that shit can stay propped up a little longer.
Okay, I also see, let me continue the comments then. I'm trying to cue the videos you shared.
Yeah, okay. Now, one of these videos going to make Joe be mad, because they've already let Tariq, that's how you know this is stop. Tariq Nasheed was never on TikTok. Now he's on TikTok all of a sudden, right? I was in one of his lives yesterday. So now they unleashed him on the Africans again, talking shit, right? Talking crazy. He was never on TikTok, said TikTok, he would never get on it. His hat handlers have sent him over here. And the Africans know he's controlled by the CIA and FBI, like CIA, FBI. But FBI needs to hide me from you. You people don't do shit. You don't build nothing except all you do is you eat. All you do is eat that bush meat. Go ahead, Joe.
I also see Danny says you can predict an economy collapse. That's something that happens over an extended period of time. Jason also says I would get dual citizenship like most our people doing so far. I think that's what you meant. And I also see Welfare King says with so many people leaving America, I don't see any Africa leaving. What country is going to take in Caucasian people? Well, you can see that.
You know what? Every time I go to Botswana, remember Africans, I hate to say it, kind of stupid and loving. So when a white man comes back, they don't realize he's coming back to take over their ass again. They worship him. So they better get out of the white man worship, or they're going to be colonized again. They better get out of that white man worship because he's coming back because he has no choice to recolonize and take it over. And if they smiling and loving and all that shit, yeah, they're going to get knocked right in the head again and get all the gold taken. Go ahead.
And then we have Danny says the whole reason for paper money is gold. Shout out to you, Jiba Jabba. Thank you so much.
It was.
Also see Jiba Jabba says $4,000 for gold. People will be getting their teeth stolen.
Right, that's right. There's one ounce now. Remember this because remember 1 ounce of gold is now $4,000. Because remember they were always suppressed. You guys don't know the city of London, the Rothschilds. They remember they set the gold price, so they would always suppress the price of gold so they can keep their fake dollar high. But now the dollar is such in disarray they can't suppress gold. Remember it took forever for gold to even get 3,000. They would always suppress it because they control. Imagine they don't got no gold mines. How do white people get to determine what's the price of gold? You get it? They don't got no gold mines in fucking England. In America, how they get to determine what the price of gold? So now their Ponzi scheme is so out of control that gold has now broke the barrier. It's going to keep on climbing. And that's why you see these countries now what? Everybody's got to scramble. As they say, everybody's scrambling for gold. All these white people now scrambling for Africans' gold. Because they know what's coming. And they're going to need real wealth. You can't go back and get nobody these fake-ass paper money. They'll laugh in your face. It's going to be like Germany was back in the 1920s. Do this for me real quick, Germany. Look at this. How many German marks in 1920 did it cost to buy a loaf of bread? It's like 1,000 German marks. Because they call it marks, M-A-R-K-S. That was the name of their money joke. Say how many marks did it cost to buy a loaf of bread in Germany in the 1920s? As they're going to say, in the 1920s, as their economy was collapsing. They had a wheelbarrow. You had to put a wheelbarrow worth of money to get a damn loaf of bread. And that's where we're headed when the money loses intrinsic value, Joe. It's just a piece of paper.
They're
Go
saying
ahead.
in 1920 the price of a loaf of bread in Germany was a few marks, but the cost became astronomically high in the following years
Exactly.
due to hyperinflation, reaching
Exactly.
billions of marks by
So
1928.
a billion of marks, Joe, to buy a loaf of bread. A
What?
billion.
Oh no, that's so nah,
That's a
nah.
collapse. That's what America's going to experience. Remember, we're almost beginning of hyperinflation in America. That's what hyperinflation. So because it cost a billion marks, that paper money, because it had no value, Joe, it's fake money. Paper is fake, Joe. But you can't just give me some toilet paper and put some damn words on that shit. That's what
Damn.
paper money is. So when it collapsed, people were taking wheelbarrows of damn paper through the damn grocery stores. Hey, can I get some bread? Said, we can't use that fake money. Get out of here with that shit.
Hold on, just a minute. I'm trying to do the calculations in dollars.
Right there, it said Germany was an advanced economy. That's like a billion marks is worth like the German economy was actually more advanced than America back then. So the mark was probably worth more than a dollar back then. Shit, back in the 1920s, but they had hyperinflation. That's what hit. They just fell apart.
Anyway, I
Go
see
ahead.
Jabba says, no ID won't exist. John Mosquito Karibu Sana, hope you're doing amazing. Jason says, only the old stupid will fall for this. Not really. Even young people, we can't really say specifically only the old. So many people are not educated. And like kids say, fear is, fear
Yeah,
controls people. And
exactly. Hell,
amongst
hell, hell is one. Hell is. I mean, fear is one hell of a motivator. Exactly, Joe. You guys remember? I think I might got that video of Joby. I'm gonna go look at it. I might get that video of Joby in that taxi. Oh, I'm gonna go see if I can find that video. I think I got the damn. That was our backup chat. It might not be on it though. I think I might got that video of Joby in that taxi cab. And she was scared to death. I said, Joby, do you believe me? She said, no.
send it. Share it with me when you find it, kindly. Share it with me when you find it. I'd love to see that video. But I also see John Mosquito says, today I drove past a whole black man wearing a mask. Can you believe that shit? That's crazy. 2025. Okay. But Welfare also says, my two cowardly ass sister moved to Liberia 2020 January with their husband. Well, they're doing
They
good.
moved to
They
Liberia. They moved to Liberia. Okay. But Liberia's getting stolen from. Put us up real quick, Joby. Go to TikTok real quick.
okay.
Liberia is. Explain the African's mind. Explain this, right? So when Joby showed them bootlicking, handkerchief head morons going to smiling for a trip, especially Liberia, your English is so good. Where'd you learn English? Well, moron, we're an English speaking country. Ooh, right? So I want you to go to TikTok, Joby, please say the Liberians have given the Americans a train full of ore for the next 25 years. Can you
Pardon?
imagine? Say the Liberians have given the Americans a train full of ore, O-R-E, for the next 25 years. You can't imagine. You can't even, I mean, every day that you can't even fathom the billions of dollars they still just buy. This is absolutely crazy. I think half these people are fucking retarded. You can't explain this shit here.
My dear brothers and sisters,
Yeah.
this video
Here
was
you go.
sent to me.
Look at this. Look at this
I don't know if
train.
it came
This
to
every day. You imagine the billions of dollars. This is every day, guys. Box cars full of ore leaving Liberia every day. This is millions of dollars every day. They did. They had to sign over this shit to go see Trump. This is absolutely crazy. I think you got to be out of your mind. And now they want to extend because they still so much. They now saying they gave a 25-year deal that they taking us out every day. And they say now they want to extend it. You know, this is trillions of dollars. You can't explain Africa and the resources these morons get. This is absolutely crazy. Go ahead, Joe, play that video. Watch all these box. This is every day, guys. Every day. I think Joe went to the bathroom. This is crazy. Exactly right, Joe Mosquito. And it's crazy, you know, Mosquito. I'm waiting for your donation, Negro. I'm putting cases on your ass in England to help the children. You can't even make this up. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. This is crazy. This beats John Megan. This ain't a crazy person. This is somebody like being a retard. This is crazy. Go ahead, Joey.
Capri is calling me. He's been arrested. Right now.
Who's calling you?
Capri.
He been arrested for what? What do he do now?
I don't know. They said they just came to. They were looking at the bike. Then see him. They arrested him. When he was trying to defend the bike, saying it's his. So I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead, let me see. He didn't send me anything. All right. We go again,
Yeah.
but we don't. There's nothing we can do yet until we find out what's going on, Joey. So just keep going. We don't know.
Yes.
We don't know
I'm
what's
just going
going
to try
on
to
yet.
explain what's happening in the video. This is Liberia. The train you see approaching in this video belongs to a Western company, like the West. This company signed a contract with the Liberian government to extract iron ore from Liberia for 25 years. And they are asking for an extension of that contract. So what they are carrying, what you see here in this train, is raw iron ore that they'll process and turn it into iron and steel, what they use to do all their infrastructure and everything. So this is being transported out of Liberia. And the people of Liberia are living in poverty. They are still living in poverty. Their government signed a contract with this company to extract iron ore for 25 whole years.
Yes.
This company is asking for an extension. How?
Yeah, this is every day right
I mean,
there.
who did us like this? This is raw iron ore you see here.
These are these moronic ass puppet. This doesn't make any sense, boy. And this why Africa's poor. This is why Africa is in poverty. You can't explain this crazy shit here. This is not this worse than John Megan talking about you being drunk. You gotta be retarded to make a deal. This doesn't make any sense. This is why you're in poverty. This is every day. 25 years of this every day. This comes up to billions of dollars. While you go like everybody's in poverty, no lights on, shit don't work right. This is absolutely crazy. Go ahead, Joe.
They have to do this for 25 years. They have to do this for 25 whole years. I don't understand what is happening in Africa, that we have refused to prioritize our own people's well-being. It is so sad. The Liberian people are suffering, but these
listen to African people. Let me say something to you. You better learn the word revolution. That's what you better learn. And you better you better learn the word revolution. Because this is why you're poor. You're poor because you're ignorant, but you're poor because your leaders are all puppets. All of them. This doesn't even make any sense. So you know somebody's a puppet. This is absolutely crazy. This is giving away the wealth of the country. This is billions of dollars worth of resources. Right? This is every day. You see the boxcars? This is billions of dollars. You can't even what? You can't even listen. Liberia. Shout out to your brother and them. If y'all don't get a revolution and bubble gum some people, I don't know what to tell you. This is all throughout Africa. This is Kenya. This is all throughout Africa. That's why they're rich. That's why you're poor. Okay? It's just a fact. Go ahead, Joe.
Being sold to the West. Look at the train. It has gone so far, yet it's not even ending. They have to keep doing this for 25 whole years. Just imagine, you know, just imagine. Like, I don't know if our leaders, they think. I don't know if their citizens matter to them in any way.
They
Like,
don't,
how
lady.
can the Nigerian
Yeah,
people be
yeah,
suffering
here's the
this
same.
kind of...
Here's the same stupid question. They don't. He's a puppet. I'm going to change the corruption and all that kind of shit. They keep saying no. Unless they're young and you put them in, it's all fake. It's all nonsense talk. Okay? They sell out the countries to the white masters. That's why you stay poor. Africa's not poor. That's why you can have all these damn carts of billions of dollars worth of iron ore leaving out of one country. This is billions of dollars. It ain't coming out of America. It ain't coming out of Europe. It damn sure ain't coming out of China. These things all throughout the Congo, Kenya, Uganda, and that's why you're fucking poor. That's why you're fucking poor. And you ask, why are we poor? Why Africans are dying in the sea, going on rafts and shit across the Mediterranean? This is why. This is why. Because you're cowardly and you won't fight. This is why. You see this train? This shit right here is worth billions of dollars. You better start learning also what your minerals are worth. Iron ore, this is billions of dollars, morons. But you want a inner tube floating across the Mediterranean. That's why you're poor. Because the puppets they put in there keep you poor. But go ahead, Joe. This is fucking
This is
disgusting.
in their country. Just look how long
Wow.
the train is.
Yeah, this every
Guys,
day.
I
This is
don't know what
crazy.
you think about this, but I would like to know your thoughts about this video right here. And thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, this is crazy, and yeah, this is sadly what Africans have been experiencing for so long. This is upon us, literally. Again, like you said, we need to learn the word revolution. We need to do something about it because it's gonna keep on happening in front of our eyes if we
Of
don't do it.
course.
Why people, like
Of
I said,
course, Joe.
we're so comfortable with poverty, so the rest of the world benefits on behalf of us, because they are the wealthy
Exactly.
don't. We're comfortable with praying and wanting the kingdom in heaven. So at what time do we have time for revolution? So you know.
Well, you keep playing, they'll keep stealing.
hmm But we also had Jibba earlier saying, as a black person, you have to make your own way and
You
find
do.
like-minded people.
Like-minded people. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to find community. If we go collapse, black people going to start getting back together and start finding community in America.
He also
That's the only
says
way we're
that
going to start. But
the American dream is in 2025 is how to stay out of debt, and
yeah. Remember, they said the American dream now is how to leave America. Everybody on TikTok said the American dream is how to learn how to leave America. That's the
exactly.
American dream.
Aaron James Karibu Sana says they suppress gold and silver. I hope they do that to silver so I can buy some more. And I
And
also
they do the silver too.
mhm. And I also see Jiba Jaba says not true. America makes drugs and pornography. It leads in that.
Right, that's right.
Jaramus
They
says
did.
they are
That's
more
right.
alive.
That's right. We lead in but but we live in butt clapping. That's
Mhm.
right.
Byron Scott also says don't be surprised if America invaded Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. And
Oh, look right now. They're on the border of Venezuela right now. Remember, they're trying to invade Venezuela right now, right now, right
and
now.
Byron also says no, that is Zibajaba says, look at the red soil, looks like the Georgia soil. And the drum says, I may not be able to make my usual $2.50 with $2.
You
With
you better
$2.
you better make your $2 donation. I'm gonna put cases on you, Negro.
Period.
I'm gonna get
Anyway,
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get King Charles to come see you. No, I'm gonna get Prince Andrew Pettis ass to come see you.
yeah, so cue the videos. Should I just arrange them the way they are followed or
Uh,
in what
do the
order should
last one. Do Tariq's first. I'm gonna get you angry first.
what?
It might be the second to the last one.
And last one. Okay.
Is it the last one? It might be the last one. It might be the last one. All the food's gone.
I don't think it's this one.
No, 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 no. You can do that one. No. You can, no. Do that one right there. Hey, this is what we're talking about. Do that one right there, Joby.
This one.
Yeah, play that one because I just explained what we were talking about. Go ahead.
It's basically a secret empire. Its first truly global empire, and it's basically a secret empire. We do it many ways, but principally, we identify a country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil.
Yeah,
Arrange a
the
huge loan to that
resources like
country from the
Liberia.
World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country. It goes to our own corporations to build big infrastructure projects in that country that help a few very wealthy people, but don't benefit the majority of the people who are too poor to buy electricity or have cars to drive on the highways, and yet they're left holding a huge debt that they can't repay. So we go back at some point and say, you know, you can't pay your debts. Give us a pound of flesh, sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies, vote with us on the next critical UN vote, allow us to build a military base in your backyard, something along these lines. And when we fail, the jackals go in and either overthrow or assassinate these leaders. And if the jackals fail, as they did in Iraq, then we send in the military. I don't think the failure is capitalism. I think it's a specific kind of capitalism that we've developed. We've created what I consider a mutant, viral form of capitalism. And this mutant form of capitalism, which I think is really a predatory form of capitalism, has created an extremely unstable, unsustainable, unjust, and very, very dangerous world. I've met a lot of terrorists. I've interviewed them for books. I've never met one who wanted to be a terrorist. They're desperate people. If we want to get rid of terrorism, we must get rid of the root causes, that cancer that is destroying our whole system. Because I think it's really important that we understand today we cannot have homeland security unless we understand that the whole planet is our homeland.
True. Most of the terrorists actually are say true, especially from Africa. The few can get, and then they're funded with weapons, some bikes and camels, whatever they have to ride on. It's desperation coming from poverty. So someone come tells you we're gonna give you $20. You know, you just go and shoot 1, 2, 3 people, and because you need $20, you're gonna take it. You know, so they have not created equality to, like he said, kill the root cause of all this, because there's a root cause of all this, which is inequality, you know, which is a big, big disease. But anyway, as we continue, I'm gonna switch on to the second video. Think which one? The second one, Keith? The third one. Let me see.
Yeah, Joe, we just go. Yeah, just go to the third one. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. You go ahead.
Thank you.
All right.
648.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I don't need anything to show her.
It doesn't really have the number, but the number is 22.
22. All right, thanks. Oh, you don't got no sound, Joby. That bill doesn't have no sound.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Bitcoin is the biggest scam out there. It's run by the Pentagon. You don't have to trust me. This
Exactly.
is some basic research, okay? All right, and ask yourself, hey, who
That's what I told people. That's what I told people.
Who is financing
Pause it.
hardware to run Bitcoin?
Like I told you, what exactly? What no Takeshi, whatever Joby put up here, Takeshi Yokomoto, whatever his name was. The CIA created that, and I said that then. Who's got the hardware? Who's got the money to make this go global? Then make it to any kind of coin that's worth anything. So you get people to believe that this another fake system that they create is worth any value. The CIA, the Pentagon. Go ahead, Joby.
Bitcoin. Who benefits from Bitcoin? Why would they want Bitcoin around, right? And the answer is the CIA and the Pentagon. And that's the only answer.
Guys, let us not lie to each other.
Okay, let me cue the other one.
Who's got the infrastructure global to make fake money and have everybody go and sign up for it? Nobody. But the CIA. You go play, Joe. 22.
They are puppets. These leaders you see, right? These leaders you see, they are puppets. Exactly. They are just the face. The real power are these secret societies that practice these rituals.
They run everything. So pause that. He's talking about the secret service. He's talking about the people that actually run these rituals we were talking about. Child sacrifice, the the children, the people that actually run everything. So this professor telling you the truth. This professor telling you the truth that who actually runs everything, or the people from behind the scenes. All your politicians are all fake and phony. Your presidents are all fake and phony. What I've been saying forever. Go ahead, Joby. You go next one. I think the next one's Tariq. Make Joby mad. Oh, I played that one too. Damn, I missed that. Okay, go ahead. Up to the Tariq one.
If the banks can print as much money as possible, why do we have poverty, right? Because we can just give money to poor people and they wouldn't be poor anymore. Why do we have poverty? If there's all the food in the world that we want, why are people starving still? Why? Because we don't want people to all have money. The powerful people don't want that. That's exactly the answer. And why? Because otherwise, no one would work. That's why we have poverty. Because poverty creates the illusion that money is valuable.
Damn. Okay, the last one. Okay.
They don't want nobody to have money, Joe. Oh, here you go. Here you go, Tariq talking. He's on TikTok now. Go ahead, Joe.
Need no alphabet agency to do anything to you. We're not together. We don't have anything going on.
Pause it. Alphabet agencies, we know he's talking about the CIA and FBI. So that's if we don't know alphabet, because everybody's claiming, hey, you working for the FBI or the CIA. We don't need no alphabet agents. You people don't got nothing. Go ahead, Joe.
In Africa, you don't help us here. What is there to divide? Only thing that's divided is the gap between them teeth where you're biting down on bushmeat. You can't answer that question. You got delusions of grandeur. The FBI, nigga, you ain't that important for anybody to have to be infiltrated by the FBI. You ain't got nothing going on. Good Lord. Nigga, the only FBI you need to worry about is flies, bushmeat, and insects. The hell you talking about? You ain't got nothing going on. You're not important. You're a nobody. See, y'all have this delusions of grandeur. They come around us. Nobody pays attention to you. Nobody. You don't have anything. You don't have an identity. Nothing. You don't have an identity. You have to come around us, whining to us so that people can pay attention to you, and then pretending that there's something important about you. You're trying to stop all of our progress. What progress? You hopping on an inner tube, floating somewhere?
Can I be yelling out gang gang? Do you?
So now they're releasing Tariq. They cause some division on TikTok. I know they're doing it. He talking shit. I seen him yesterday on a live talking mad shit about the Africans. Just talking crazy. Oh, can anybody hear me? Did we send another message, Toby?
Oh, okay. Capri has gone to the police station, so he's been arrested. So I'm trying to make phone calls here. That's why I'm.
All right, go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, call.
Yeah, but I think.
See, this is Africa all the time. This is the bullshit we gotta do. 856.
Okay, I'm gonna share the last video, then we wind up seeing how we can help.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Let me share the last video. He's crazy. He's been arrested for no reason, just for no reason.
Again, put some more bribe money shit.
For centuries, the world stared at maps and saw a lie. A continent labeled dark, vast stretches marked unknown lines, drawn with arrogance, names written in foreign tongues. According to these maps, Africa was empty, a land without civilization, without memory, without meaning. But this wasn't ignorance, it was strategy. Because if Africa appeared blank, then anything done to it could be justified. The borders carved, the kingdoms destroyed, the names erased. None of it mattered if nothing was there to begin with. But what if that entire foundation is false? What if before the colonial powers arrived with ink and guns, Africa was already mapped, not just in politics, but in spirit? What if its kingdoms had borders older than Europe itself? What if its rivers, mountains, and cities were not random, but sacred? What if the real map of Africa reveals a world of powerful empires, divine geographies, and cosmological precision? A world hidden not because it didn't exist, but because it terrified those who saw it? In this journey, we'll uncover the real African map before colonialism, the spiritual blueprints, the sacred sites, the trading empires and city-states. We'll expose the erasure and begin the reclamation. Because Africa was never blank. It was brilliant. Before the colonial borders, before the treaties and conquests, Africa had its own logic, its own internal geometry of power, culture, and spirit. The myth that Africa was a land of...
So this actually should basically make you connect with what we've just shared, talking about, leave alone the puppets, before the system and everything changed. If Liberia today, actually, if Liberia back then, or literally how Liberia back then was, and the whole continent of Africa, because we were wealthy. Gold was nothing rare to us. Gold was not something that, was scarce to us. We used to wear gold. We used to dress in gold.
Exactly. And Africa is the original bling, Joby.
Yeah. Period.
Scattered tribes, aimlessly roaming, disconnected and unmapped, is one of the most persistent lies in modern history. It wasn't just inaccurate, it was intentional. Because to justify the carving up of a continent, you first have to pretend there was nothing coherent to begin with. But the truth, Africa was one of the most interconnected, strategically organized landmasses on the planet. Its people moved through vast networks of trade and culture that spanned deserts, forests, savannas, and coasts. Caravans crossed the Sahara, linking cities like Timbuktu and Gao with North Africa and the Middle East. Merchants on the Swahili coast traded with Arabia, India, and China centuries before Columbus even set sail. Along the Niger River, great urban hubs rose and fell, moving not in isolation but in dialogue with each other. These were not random settlements. They were deliberate, planned, sacred. The continent's political structures were just as diverse as its landscapes. There were empires, vast, centralized powerhouses like Mali, Songhai, and Congo. There were city-states like those of the Swahili coast that operated through trade guilds and merchant alliances. There were federations like the Igbo, whose decentralized model shared power across councils and lineages rather than concentrating it in a single ruler. And there were theocratic states where governance flowed directly from spiritual authority, places where kings were priests, and land was not just owned, but consecrated. Navigation was not random. It followed logic, economic, spiritual, ecological. Trans-Saharan trade routes were mapped through memory, stars, and landmarks. Merchants used rhythm and ritual to pass down directions. Some used talking maps, oral narratives so precise they described terrain, villages, dangers, and distances with poetic clarity. Others followed the rivers, whose bends and currents told stories older than any chart. In forested regions, trails were marked with coded signs, bundles of twigs, carved stones, or planted trees to signal direction, danger, or sacred presence. Mapping in Africa was not always ink on parchment. It was the alignment of temples with stars. It was the planting of sacred trees at crossroads. It was shrines placed to mirror constellations, groves guarded as gateways to ancestral realms. Cartography in Africa blended astronomy, geography, and theology into a living system. One passed through initiation, story, and ritual. A map wasn't just a tool, it was a worldview. Colonial explorers saw none of this, or rather they chose not to. What they didn't recognize, they called primitive. What they couldn't read, they declared non-existent. And so, in European maps of Africa from the 1400s to the 1800s, huge regions were left blank, labeled with phrases like terra incognita, unknown land. This erasure wasn't born of ignorance. It was an act of dominance. To map is to control. And to ignore a map that already exists is to overwrite it with your own authority. But Africa's map was never blank. It was rich with meaning, movement, and sacred intelligence. Its people weren't lost. They were rooted in memory, in a rhythm, in spirit. The borders may have been invisible to foreign eyes, but they were deeply felt and fiercely defended by those who lived within them. Before the lines, there was order. Before the conquest, there was complexity. Before colonization, there was a continent that knew exactly where it stood, not just on the earth, but in the cosmos. And it's time we start seeing that map again. Not through the eyes of empire, but through the wisdom of the land itself. To understand the real map of Africa before colonialism, we must return to the great empires and kingdoms that defined the continent, not only by military might or wealth, but by cosmology, culture, and civilization. These were not minor footnotes in history. These were superpowers in their own right. Builders of cities, makers of maps, guardians of sacred knowledge. And their legacies stretch farther and deeper than most are ever taught. Let's begin in the West, with the Mali Empire. At its peak in the 14th century, Mali was one of the largest and wealthiest empires in the world. It stretched across modern-day Mali, Senegal, Gambia.
To Mali for at least with Assem Goita, I think is, I'm always confused between Niger, the Niger president and the Malian president's current name. But yeah, shout out to Mali. At least they're trying as much as they can to bring back this, rebuild back the empire to what it was through the Alliance Sahel state. You can see they're forming unity, which is what they took away. The roots of Africa was unity. Again, like the video is saying, those unity. People were not, there was respect. There was not really anything to do, I don't believe, about in the borders. There was just respect, which white people completely came with their whole new system and a lot of disrespect, and causing division amongst the people. So shout out to Mali for trying to bring back the greatest history and reminding people they were once a great empire.
Guinea and Nigeria. Its most famous ruler, Mansa Musa, is still considered the richest person in recorded history. But Mali's great...
Oh, shout out to Bill Gates, shout out to Elon Musk. I thought you guys were rich. What's happening?
...wasn't measured only in gold. It was a center of learning, diplomacy, and spiritual scholarship. In Timbuktu, thousands of manuscripts were written and preserved, covering mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and Islamic theology. The Sankore University stood as a beacon of intellectual power long before European universities reached similar prominence. Yet the map drawn around Mali was more than territory. It was a web of relationships, alliances, spiritual centers, and trade routes. Cities weren't just placed for strategy. They were lined with natural forces, river flows, and spiritual energies. Pilgrimage routes doubled as trade corridors, and mosques served not just as places of prayer, but as depositories of cosmic knowledge. Mali's structure was spiritual, political, and economic. A triple helix of power, few understood from the outside. From the savannas of Mali, let's journey southward into the rainforests of what is now southern Nigeria, to the Edo Kingdom known as Benin. To the south and east stood the Kingdom of Benin, not to be confused with the modern nation of Benin, but the Edo Kingdom in today's Nigeria. Benin City was one of the most advanced urban centers of its time, with complex earthworks, massive walls, and an intricate layout guided by cosmology. The city was planned around the Oba's palace, which was both a political seat and spiritual axis. Streets radiated from this central point like spokes of a wheel, mimicking divine symmetry. Artisans produced the famed Benin bronzes, detailed brass plaques that recorded court life, ritual, warfare, and cosmological beliefs. These bronzes weren't just decorative. They were historical documents, maps in metal, capturing the rhythm of a civilization in exquisite detail. Now we move further south and inland to Central Africa, where the Kingdom of Congo flourished as both a regional power and a spiritual force. Further south, the Kingdom of Congo flourished in Central Africa. With a centralized political system and a sacred kingship, Congo was both a regional superpower and a spiritual steward. The king, or Mani Congo, wasn't merely a ruler. He was believed to be a mediator between the spiritual and physical worlds. The capital, Mbanza, Congo, was a structured city with stone buildings, roads, and marketplaces, long before the arrival of the Portuguese. What made Congo unique was its early adoption of Christianity, not through conquest, but diplomacy. Congo rulers corresponded with the Vatican, adopted Christian titles, and merged Catholic symbols with local spiritual meanings. The result was not submission, but synthesis, another layer on an already rich spiritual political map. Shifting our gaze eastward, we arrive in the highlands of Ethiopia, known historically as Abyssinia, one of the oldest Christian kingdoms in the world. In the east, Ethiopia, known historically as Abyssinia, stood as one of the longest standing Christian kingdoms in the world. It traced its lineage to the Solomonic dynasty, claiming descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Its maps weren't drawn on scrolls, they were encoded in sacred architecture. The rock-hewn churches of Lalibela, carved directly into the earth, was said to mirror the heavenly Jerusalem. Monasteries perched on cliffs held manuscripts older than many European nations. Ethiopia wasn't just a kingdom, it was a cosmological blueprint. Its mountains were sacred.
I'm saying there was no Solomon, there was no damn Sheba.
Preserved ancient liturgies and knowledge. And unlike much of the continent, Ethiopia resisted colonization, maintaining its sovereignty through wisdom, warfare, and diplomacy. Heading further south, we encounter one of Africa's most astonishing civilizations.
I didn't see that long-ass video.
Zimbabwe.
Where'd you get this video from?
Now let us turn to the south, to Great Zimbabwe.
This
Rising
put
from
this
stone
long-ass
and
shit on here to
surrounded by
do
means,
coffee.
Great Zimbabwe was once the heart of a vast trading network that linked the African interiors with the Indian Ocean. Its towering stone structures, built without mortar, stand as a testament to African architectural genius. The great enclosure, with walls over 30 feet high,
Okay, Jimmy Jim says one. I mean, Jim Mosquito.
Center.
There's one black man is reaching all of them. I don't know.
Carved in soapstone,
You ain't helping nobody else,
became a
black out.
national symbol, a spiritual messenger watching over the people. This was not
You'll
an
be on a
isolated
phone call.
valley.
So
It was a capital,
let me explain
a
something, guys.
ceremonial
So
hub, and a trade
Capri,
powerhouse dealing in gold, ivory,
you guys don't
and
say the
eggs.
truth. Capri
Yet,
might go away. I don't know. I don't know if I can bribe his way out of this. So we found out that Capri got arrested, but the more is telling me it might be because of weed. If he was smoking weed, right, with all these guys, I'm gonna have to give some kind of a bribe. He's gonna wait for like 6 months to a year. So, and then I might have to fire his ass because if it's a weed charge, I don't know why you would do this. I mean, you're risking a lot of shit constantly. So that's when we found out that he's with that he got arrested with a bunch of guys doing weed. And they found out he's high, riding a bike. That's dangerous. So, and like I said, I haven't any chance to get the bike insured. So there's no insurance on the bike yet. And now you fucked up. You high. You that stupid. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not that. Because that's what the Morris told me. He got busted with a bunch of weed heads. So, if you I see what the bribe gonna be. More than 10,000 Kenyan shillings, nigga. You're gonna be in jail for about a year. Whatever they do, whatever's gonna happen to you. Because I'm not paying no highest price for you being fucking stupid, doing it over and over again. So hopefully it's just that the bike didn't have insurance yet. I can pay a bribe for that, get them out or whatever, put the insurance on the bike. But you get caught smoking weed, all these weed heads, and you on a bike, oh man, you pretty much fucked. I don't tell you, shit. You do stupid shit, you get stupid tricks. So hopefully, We got Ella going over there right now to find out. Find out, you know. And I hate to say, he probably was smoking weed with these motherfuckers. And if that's the case, he's gone for 6 months or a year. Because if the bribe towards the bribe's more than 10,000 Kenyan shillings, I'm done. I'm not paying that shit. I ain't tell you to do no. I didn't tell you to, you're a grown ass man. I didn't tell you to do stupid shit. So you will sit in jail for 6 months to a year. That's what you will do. That's the biggest bribe I'm with. That's the biggest I'm going. As far as I'm going. 10,000 Kenyan shillings. That's it. That's the off choice. They said, no, it's going to be about 30,000 Kenyan shillings. I said, good luck, nigga. You're going to be there for about, whatever they give you, 6 months to a year, nigga. You out. Tell your mom, go kiss your mom and your daddy. I don't know if they be raping them in Kenya like they do in America. I'm going to say, watch your ass, nigga. Huh, Joby?
No, but anyway, let's wait for Ella and see what's up. But yeah, you are about to narrate something as we continue. Do you want to call?
No, I was done with this. I hadn't seen this long ass video.
What were you narrating about? You were giving your opinion on this.
Yeah, a little bit, but that's it. I'm done. I was like, Joby, I ain't seen no damn video. It was like damn hour long. This thing here, I ain't seen this shit.
Okay, then I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Like I said, but oh man, he missed. Oh shit! If he's going to jail, that's gonna fuck up. We're gonna have to find some other damn barbers. I'm gonna. Oh man, what we gonna tell these kids? Oh, I gotta figure some shit out, guys. I might have to pay a bribe because we got a goddamn charity event Saturday. I can't. Oh man, Capri, you might have fucked me, man. I gotta show up with barbers. Oh, damn. Fuck. Oh man.
Calm down. But
we'll find out. Shit.
Much love. Have yourself a beautiful rest part of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kindly, as you leave, do remember to download our app on the Google Play Store.
Much love, family.
We're everywhere. And of course, remember on Saturday, like Keith has mentioned, we have a charity. So anything you'd contribute, we really appreciate it.
Joby can cut it. Joby, I can't Joby out there fucking nobody's head up, jibber jabber. You crazy? Joby can cut in. I can't Joby fucking these kids, these babies' heads up.
I don't like do makeup. That's my profession.
Yeah, she can do makeup.
Yeah, I can do makeup. I can do other things.
I tried to get some other barbers, guys. I'll find some other. It'll be all right. I'll make it work. I'm still waiting for your goddamn I'm still waiting for your damn donations, you mosquito. You raggedy English bastard.
Yeah, so much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day. Demora, do you wanna say hi?
You got Demora on the phone?
They can hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you. Hey, family. This is Deborah. I hope you're doing great. I'll be doing a show hopefully by the end of this week from the Caucasus Mountains. So yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you guys. Remember I forgot to tell you. The Murray guys is in Azerbaijan. He's in the Caucasus Mountains. He got him going there to get his master's degree and then hopefully his damn doctorate. That no good Negro abandoned me. He went to the Caucasus Mountains with those hairy bastards.
Yeah, so much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful afternoon. And of course, see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place.
And also, he's being groomed by the World Economic Forum, guys. Can you imagine that? The World Economic Forum. There are no coincidences in the universe. I'll tell y'all about that later.
John Mosquito said hi. Demore Jiba Jabba said hi. And yeah.
We don't need no hi, Jim Mosquito. Hit that cash app like Dr. Umar told you. Black Eye, Mr. Black Eye, cash app, Mr. Black Eye 5. Hit it, Jim Mosquito. We're gonna get King. We're gonna get Prince Andrew after your ass.
Yeah. So much love, family. See you
What's
guys.
up, family?
Peace, and we out.